Hey, welcome to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Hey. Yes, thank you. Spitter Swallow Beer Review, Shagdog, no jammer. I'm actually recording this because my internet is out. I'm not sure if they're still picking up trees from Hurricane Helene. Not sure if they hit some wires or something. But anyhow, I'm doing Asahi Super Dry. This is actually, it says product of Italy. So wasn't this made in Italy? I don't know. I know I've had some before that was in Canada. So we shall see. There's the cap. For you cap lovers, that probably says Super Dry in Japanese. Mushi mushi. I can smell skunk, so it must have been made in Italy. It almost smells like a Euro lager. It's supposed to be a rice lager. Japanese rice lager. 66 Beer Advocate, 5% ABV. I'm not going to go into the special yeast and everything else. ABV is 4.9 to 5.2 depending on packaging type and location. So according to the bottle, I don't even see. I don't see what the ABV is on the bottle. Don't know what that word up there means. Karakuchi. Is it like karaoke or something? For lesbians? Karakuchi. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, I smell a little bit of skunkiness. That's how the Chinese girl poured it for me one time. I screwed that pour up, but that's okay. Very fizzy, heady. We've done this a couple times. Yeah, slightly a medium pour, maybe heavy. Give it a little heavy at first, I guess. 2-finger head so far. It is a pale, maybe a little dark yellow, pale to golden yellow. Smells good. I mean, really. I smell a little bit of skunk when I open the bottle. Maybe it has a little bit of yeast. Who knows? Definitely a little bit of ricey adjunct in there. Maybe a little maltiness, graininess. Even a little grassy floral hop note, I think. Hence the skunk. But it's not real skunky like it smelled at the first whiff that hit me. Yeah, I do apologize. Hopefully you can hear this. Trying to adjust my volume, put it back to the way it was. It don't matter. It don't matter no how, right? All right, so yeah, let's get the rest of that beer in there. Yeah, I used to go to this Thai restaurant, and the girls would pour your beer for you, but she would pour it so the beer hit this side of the glass, you know? And it made it so there was no head at all, actually, the way she was pouring it. I don't know, but you got to have some head there. Yeah, so it smells good. Smells great, especially after a nice hard night of work. I worked last night. I've been off for about 5 hours now, but I figured let's do a beer. Well, I was going to do a beer review, but the damn internet went out like 3 hours ago. I'm like, and I'm like, let's just record it. Let's do it. Hopefully I could edit the video a little bit, put the logo in the front. All right, let's try this. Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Cheers. Move that over there. Pretty good. I wish I could see what the ABV is since it differentiates depending on where you buy it or where it comes from, apparently. But I don't see it on the bottle at all. Of course, my eyes are kind of bugging today. Oh, 5% on the bottle. So, and Beer Advocate says 5. So, Ooh, mushy mushy, my friends. Mushy mushy. Hey, next year will be the 80th anniversary of World War II ending. So basically 79 years ago today, November of 1944, we were pushing the Japanese back in the Pacific. I mean, at that point, it was curtains for them. I forget which Japanese admiral or whatever mentioned after Pearl Harbor that they may have awoken a giant. And yeah, he was right. America at that time was an industrial machine. We didn't even have the biggest army at the beginning of World War II. I think we were like between 15th and 25th for armies in the world. But by the end of World War II, we were numero uno. Yeah. But here's to my Japanese friends. Thank God we won. Because if Japan won, we're kind. We let Japan, even Germany, keep their brand names and all that stuff, their businesses. And if Japan or Germany won, it'd be either Japanese beers. Here in America, you wouldn't see Budweiser, any of those type of companies. Everything would be Japanese and German. So God bless America. Delicious. I think if it was a little bit fresher, it might be perfect. It's a brown bottle. Most Italian beers I get, like Peroni, of course, that's in a green bottle. Sometimes skunky. What's that? Birra Moretti or whatever. Yeah. So I guess, man, I don't know who owns Asahi now. Who owns them? Azumbashi Chrome Sumida Ku Tokyo. I guess it's in Tokyo. Azuma Bashi. Oh, yeah. Good beer. Yeah, so this one is recorded, but time to do a recorded video, huh? I don't think me and Jen will be doing a long-winded beer review ever again because, well, if we do it on a weekday, it seems like it's a Thursday. I got to work that night. He's got to work that night. And then he can't get on to do the beer review until about 10 a.m. And now I have to like noon. Because I have to be to bed at noon. He might stay up to like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Because he goes to work about an hour later than I do. So, but that's okay. But Jammer's on a trip this week to North Georgia, a little town called Helen. It looks a little German type town, yeah. So hopefully he's having a good time over there, him and his wife. And he bought some beers. I've done a couple of them before, so maybe I go back out and find those beers. He got a couple Creature Comforts that I've done. I'm not a big fan of Creature Comfort, but if I find them, he bought like 3 or 4 of them, so if I could find at least the 2 I never done before, that'd be cool. Yeah, so this beer, pretty good. I mean, it's a good long Japanese lawnmower beer, right? Yeah. Hello? Yeah. Turn that volume down a little bit. Yeah, good beer. I probably didn't even need the headset, did I? Yeah. I mean, it gets a 66 in Beer Advocate. I want to go that low, but I probably want to go super high. It's an all right lager type beer. It's a Japanese rice lager. I just wonder what would have happened if ice beers never came out, because America was doing the dry beer, which is basically rice lager. Probably wasn't exact like the Japanese rice lager, but you had Michelob Dry, Bud Dry. I don't think Miller or Coors had a dry. Maybe Coors did. I don't recall Miller having a dry beer. But who knows? If the ice beers never came out, you might still have dry beers right now. Bud Dry. The classic commercial, why ask why when you could drink Bud Dry. Bud Dry was even in the the Bud Bowl. But the Bud Dry and the dry craze is like 1 or 2 years maybe. And then ice beers came out, and then dry beers disappeared. I haven't seen Bud Dry since like 1994 maybe, 93, 94. 93, I went overseas from 93 to 95, so I didn't see it overseas, of course. But I did see the ice beers. And then when I came back, I never saw Bud Dry, but supposedly it was still going until like 98 is when they discontinued it or something, but it must have been sold in the bigger Budweiser markets or something, because I never saw it. Yeah, so I would give this a... God, this is like one of those beers that's not great, so I give it a C+. But it's so thirst quenching, a good after work, hot day, lawnmower beer. C+, but a swaff, a swallow and a half. That's kind of rare to get a swaff with a C+, but it is possible. So there you go. B- with a swaff. B-, change that, C+. B- and a swaff. It's just such a good dry beer. Makes you want more. Wow. Awesome. Let's finish this beer. Nothing left in there, but I got a couple drops. You gotta get all the drops out. Oh, shit. Hopefully I didn't chip glass and drinking glass here in a second. Whew. I was putting this Kiss shirt on, and I was thinking, somehow in my head I was singing not a Kiss song, it was a Britney Fox song, Long Way to Love. But then I was like, wow, I remember when that song came out, it almost reminded me of a Kiss song. I thought, it almost sounded like Paul Stanley a little bit, not the falsetto of Paul Stanley, but kind of his lower range. And then when it kicked it, long way to love, then it kind of kicked it up, but it wasn't still as high as Paul Stanley. But I was like, man, I could see late 80s Kiss doing that song. Dun, 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 dun. You lost the love deep in your eyes. It was just like kind of like the 85 to 89 Kiss tempo, with Bruce Kulick, and more of like a Tears Are Falling or type tempo, so. But that was my favorite Britney Fox song, was Long Way to Love. I love that song. A lot of people might say Girls' School, but Long Way to Love. I thought that should have been a bigger hit, actually. Now, a couple members of Britney Fox were originally in Cinderella before they got, all the main members of Cinderella. Two of the guys in Britney Fox, I think, were in Cinderella at one time. Hence, similarities in some of the dressing, maybe some of the songs, I don't know. At the girls' school party. Shit's making me burp. Because my baby broke all the rules. I should be singing Kiss songs, huh? Yeah. All right. Let's get this beer down and get to the next one. Went too long again. All right. Shagdog Spitter Swallow beer review. We're recording, so we're not live. But we'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned and stay positive. We'll see you on the next one.